Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your annual 2019 reading. Thank you guys so much for being here. So, I have all the cards laid out already. I'm going to pull an umbrella energy card, okay? So let's do that first. Let's see what comes out here. It's kind of the blanket or the overall energy for you to be aware of this year. Four of Pentacles. The Lord of earthly power. How amazing that is for an earth sign. And you're going to need this stability, this Taurus-like groundedness and strength, this rootedness, because you are going to have a lot of stuff. You guys, I can't not ignore what's going on in your sign, right? You have this Pluto, Saturn, Sun, I think Mercury, node conjunction, something happening. You've got the eclipse coming into your sign now, or the eclipse axis, the north and south node coming in. So you are still in the hot seat. And you're going to feel the buildup of that all year. And what's going to need to happen is knowing the difference between your fear and your hope and your intuition. Because if you can tap into your intuition and you can let your soul guide you, this whole year is going to be like easy peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, no problem. Everything's going to work out perfectly, just exactly how it's supposed to. And you're going to feel like this sense of fulfillment coming through, like pumping through your veins like you've never felt it before. There is such a strong need for you to embrace the change and go with the flow. If you don't go with the flow, even though this is a grounded energy, this is firm and sturdy. It's like being firm and sturdy in terms of going with the flow. Can I say that? I know it's a little bit of a contradiction. Hopefully that makes sense. So let's go ahead and get started. As we move into January, your birthday season of 2019, or Capricorn season 2019, we have this eerily calm energy of temperance, which is strange because as the sun comes across Pluto and Saturn this month, you know, there's definitely going to be some tapping into that inner depths of soul. There may be a strong drive to work. Queen of Wands reverse. I always see her, no matter what, reversed or upright, she's a powerhouse. You know, she goes for it. There's no stopping her. And so I wonder if you are going to be taking on this ambition, this ambitious sort of project or something with an attitude of like, let's just see where it goes. Be careful that you're not completely destroying anything you've already worked on, or let's say, when I say destroy, that's not necessarily what I mean. That you're not completely throwing out the rule book, let's say that. Because through your life experience, you have time and time again tested ideas, and some of those ideas have worked. So be sure that you keep the ideas that work for you, the things that you're good at, the things that you like, the things that you're passionate about. Be sure that you keep those on the docket and that you're not starting over completely as a blank slate. Okay? So we move into Aquarius season. There's going to be a lot of focus on working. Naturally, second house activity, right? Working and collaborating with people. I love seeing my Capricorns getting out there and being social and making their whole like little network thing really work for them, which is fantastic. And make sure, though, that you understand that what's happening right now is that you're just planting seeds. I think this Chariot reverse goes hand in hand with the Queen of Wands reverse that we just got the prior month. And it's not really the best time to really be pushing things through. Wheel of Fortune comes out and says, you know what, Capricorn, allow the universe to take these seeds that you've planted and to provide the proper opportunities for you. And they are coming. I can see them. They're coming. So they're not, I mean, it's not for nothing, but don't force things right now, especially going into March. March is weird for everybody. It's not just you guys. It's because of the sun coming across Neptune. It just gets a little bit hazy and confusing, and we're just really not sure of a lot of stuff. But know that at this time, before Pisces season, the Wheel of Fortune is turning over in your favor. You just won't see the results right away, but they're coming. So what happens in March then? Here is a push-pull between your head and your heart. I'll pull up these first two cards first. Your heart wants to go one way and your head wants to hold you back. I always say that the Seven of Swords is a form of self-sabotage. And you have all this movement going on from before. You have all this stuff happening here. So why are you putting the kibosh on it with your mind? Because you can easily stop anything with your mind. You can take all those seeds that you planted and pour vinegar all over them. You can just stop. But I know that your heart, Eight of Cups, wants to move forward. I know that intuitively you know that your fear is getting in the way. And that now is your chance to break free. And I think you do. I think you do. Some of you do it sooner rather than later. If it doesn't happen this month, it will happen later on. It will. But if you can do it now and you can say, you know what, ego, forget it. I'm just going to be who I want to be. And I'm going to be my absolute truest essence, which is a being of God. And there's no need for fear. Fear is dumb. And you just do it. And this can be a point of liberation for you if you allow it to be. This can be a place where any of the kind of harsher energies that we come out, there's a lot of roller coaster going on here. So all the bad energy or the negative or the tough or the limited energy that you experience, it can be like you can be so elevated over that. And you can just let it pass underneath you like you're totally untouchable. If you can release yourself from fear, which is a really hard thing to do. The reason why I'm saying that is because as we move into Aries season, we have the sun coming in contact with Chiron. You had a lot of cards come out. How many? 7? 6 cards come out. So let's start with these because we got a repeat. 9 of Swords upright and 9 of Swords reversed. Even your back is like you're going in 2 different directions here. Fear on both sides. Why? What's happening here? This is debilitating. This is so harsh if you let it be harsh. Or this can be the moment in time that reinforces this, that says, forget it, I absolutely no longer want to be here. Absolutely, I am ready to be free. Absolutely, I am okay with changing the way I perceive life. And what that does is it opens a lot of doors. Opens a lot of doors, and you can invite a lot of really amazing things. But see, this is about your own control. Hierophant, your inner Buddha, but also representing your institutions. But there's this other internal institution with internal rules and internal dogma. If you can break free from your own dogma, that's when blessings just rain down upon you. Unlimited blessings. But see, I know you're just feeling on shaky ground. See how much more powerful the Hierophant is versus these? I mean, this is the only trump card that came out. It's even more powerful than these. The Hierophant wins. And the Hierophant can be harsh because it teaches harsh lessons. But this is kind of the representative of this soul contract that you made with yourself before you came. Like your soul knew what it was doing when it came to this planet to experience these lessons. It knew what it was doing. You guys are leaders. Capricorn, the energy of Capricorn is one of leadership. Are you living up to your archetype? Are you living up to this amazing blessing that you have? See, you're just feeling a little off kilter. It's important for you to gain perspective. Whenever the Page of Swords is reversed, it's an indication that you're just really tunnel visioned right now. So this is the time to, throw out a whole new definition for this Hierophant guy. A mentor, a coach, a spiritual leader, someone who's a neutral third party, who genuinely does care about you, who genuinely does want to see the best in you come out, but who also doesn't have a vested interest. They don't really care about your feelings so much as they care about you living up to your potential. So they can be harsh with you, but they can also set you free by altering this programming that's going on up here. Clearly, there's an inner battle of your programming, because there's a part of you that knows that there's certain programming going on, and there's a part of you that doesn't want to abide by that programming, but doesn't know how to stop it. And this is someone that can help you stop it. And in a way, this person's going to give you a lot of peace, as we see in Taurus season. It's going to give you a lot of peace. And now is a time to pick up some books. Page of Swords reversed, my student, always. To pick up some books, educate yourself, to learn about who you are, to learn about the world, to learn something that you just want to learn, like a new language. There's nothing wrong with educating yourself right now. Because the more you educate, the more you open up this channel. And then you find peace in Taurus season. This is a pivotal moment for you. Absolutely, 100%. If you didn't figure out how to really draw the line in Pisces season, right? If you didn't really figure out how to break free, here's another chance. Nothing but chances this year, guys. Absolutely nothing but chances. You are having chances to ascend. Four of Swords is all about meditation, and Knight of Cups is all about following your heart. Doing what you know is right, which you'll get a preview of. This is foreshadowing in March. Where is your heart taking you? Where are you feeling guided to go? What is your purpose? Pluto, man, Pluto in your sign. Neptune coming out too in March. There's nothing but purpose here. Following purpose, coming in contact with purpose. And here you seem to have connected with it if you allow yourself to connect. If you connect by disconnecting from the world, turning off the television, putting down your cell phone, stopping with social media, stopping caring what other people think, stop engaging with people that aren't healthy for you. This is pure ejection. Pure ejection. Sorry, those kind of words meshed together. Ejecting from constructed reality and tapping into your true reality, like base reality, which you do so spiritually. That's the only way you can do that, spiritually. Connecting with the matrix, beyond the matrix, beyond the matrix. Realizing that you are in kind of a world that's not so crystalline as you think it is. And by doing so, you are going to open doors. Page of Coins. We come into Gemini season, 6th house. A lot of activity in the workplace, maybe some drama at the workplace, maybe some inconsistencies, maybe as you are waking up, because again, waking up is a eternal process. We're constantly awakening, and even after we transcend this world, right, there's even more so work that our soul needs to do. So no matter what level you're at in terms of your vibration, there's always more to go, and there can be things that sort of come out and trigger you at this time. And it's Gemini season and everyone's kind of all over the place. It can be very scattered, especially for an earth sign, man. As a Virgo, I really struggle in Gemini season a lot. And I've got Chiron in Gemini too, so it's like extra irritable for me. So maybe it's kind of the same way for you guys this month too. Just a lot going on, a lot of moving pieces, trying to keep this peace that you found in Taurus season, trying to keep this stability, right? Remember the Four of Coins that came out first, to maintain that stability. And yet somehow your external world can make that really hard. But it's okay. It's nothing you can't handle. But like, please, like freaking A. There's nothing you guys can't handle here. So you do. You handle it. You deal with it. You go through it. You experience it. You transcend it. As you move into July, Cancer season, we have a lot of stuff. Let's look at... Sorry, you guys may have seen those already. Let's look at these, because yet another opportunity. If you haven't broken free from your limitations, another opportunity for you to do that. Please remember that if you choose to do this today, to break free from this today, you will not experience these later on next year. You can change the cards by what goes on up here. And hopefully, some of you will watch this in the middle of the year next year and be like, oh, that does not apply to me at all. That's good. That's a good sign. But if you're still kind of making your way through it, that's exactly what you need to do. Make your way through it. The devil brings out our limitations, and it usually does so by our interactions with other people. It brings in challenging situations in romantic relationships, in families, in finances, in our career. It brings about stuff that sucks. And remember, the sun coming across Pluto, coming across Saturn in Cancer, also the nodes. So we have eclipse season. So this is all about remembering who you are. Because the further and further you stray from who you truly are, and the more, involved you are in the world, the more struggles you can have, because you're seeking validation in places that will never validate you, that will never fulfill you, never satisfy you. And I know that you had all these seeds planted back in Aquarius season, and you're waiting for these things to come. And I know that you're seeing things kind of trickle in a little bit, right? Okay, in Gemini season, you had this. In Aries season, Taurus season, you had this. So it's like you're waiting still. You're waiting for this wheel of fortune to really turn over. And you're only seeing a little bit at a time. And this could be a point where you're like, oh my God, forget it. I'm so sick of it. Nothing's happening. I've been working so hard. I've been doing all this stuff. This is when you need to tap into the wise man inside of you, the internal Hierophant that surfaced back in April, the one that knows all, okay, and acknowledges the structures, acknowledges the mental stuff, the mental programming that's going on. And it says that's all it is. And so you decide that it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to hold you back. It doesn't have to mean anything. Maybe there's no meaning here, and you're only assigning meaning. The magician is the mental alchemist of the tarot. He's the one that knows how to adjust the frequency. It says, okay, I'm in a stagnant frequency. I'm in a stagnation in my life. I'm feeling afraid. I'm feeling doubtful. I'm feeling unsure. But boom, I decide not to anymore. Just like that. I decide not to. I decide to tap in to what's to come. Now, the Six of Cups reversed suggests living in the moment. There's no need for nostalgia, and it's so comfortable. There's so much like Cancer season, wanting to go into our little shells, wanting to retract, to eject ourselves from the world like we did back in Taurus season, to pull back and to really put a kibosh on all our social activity. However, for you specifically, Capricorn, I really think it's important for you to stay seen by people, remain connected with friends and family. Because if you pull back now, you can get lost here. and here. And there's no need for that. You don't need to be. Please keep in mind that that's all temporary. Even if you've already kind of surpassed that and you've made your way through that, you break free from this Eight of Swords the next month anyway. And you tap into the inner goddess, the inner creator. She is the creator, the creative force in all of us. You have officially been inspired. Love it or hate it, inspired. This is your card. That's why Capricorns are so strong, because they constantly have this coach on their back. I remember when I was in high school, I was on the swim team, and I loved going to practice because my coach was such an ass. But at the end, you knew that he was doing it because he just really wanted you to succeed. And that's what you have built in. That's like your inner barometer there. And here, because of that drive, you are able to do whatever you want. See the crown of 12 stars on your head? Being all-powerful over all the archetypes within yourself. Being totally in control. So no matter what happens, like what happens when the sun opposes Neptune in Virgo season, it's got nothing on you. Seven of Cups is the Neptunian, but remember, Four of Coins. Four of Coins goes with the King of Swords, strong, steady, sturdy. And now using the power of the mind to overcome the confusion, because now you've already determined what your purpose really is, remember? You've already figured that out. You already know where you're going. You know where your heart wants you to go. So now when you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't, maybe that's wrong, I don't know. Like, no, just snap out of that. You got to snap out of that. It's not real. It's the psychological programming creeping up. That's all. And when you feel like you have all these options, you don't. This is the time when you're going to have to test your ability to focus. And you focus by saying no to stuff, not by saying yes to a whole bunch of other things. If something isn't in line with your purpose, if something isn't in line with what that inner Hierophant is trying to get you to do, then just say no. No matter how good, no matter how promising, no matter how whatever it is, no matter what it is, just say no. The King of Swords is going to give you the harshness that you're really going to need in order to do that too. Virgo season does that. It's really sharp. It's a very harsh energy. So draw the line in the sand, because you are on a mission here. You're not here on accident. You're here very purposefully. King of Swords is very aware of his purpose. And he absolutely will not get bogged down by a whole bunch of nonsense, which is what the Seven of Cups is. It's a whole bunch of nonsense. So when you make your way into Libra season, that sword energy carries over. The moon plays two roles. One, it is a carryover too from the Seven of Cups, kind of trying to make things a little confusing, allowing things from the subconscious to become clear. But the Ace of Swords absolutely keeps you pure, keeps your direction clear. Go into Virgo and Libra season with a sense of knowing that you know. And anytime a question comes in, it's like, no, you don't really know. You need to machete that shit, right? Get that machete out and just hack through it and get it out of your mind, because it's not real. The moon is all about illusions in a negative manifestation. It's all an illusion. It's all weird. It's all confusing. It's just trying to throw you off course. But if you know your course, then you can't be thrown. Absolutely cannot be thrown. So as you move into Scorpio season, you're coming closer to the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. Now, I don't care if you're in the first degrees of Capricorn or the last degrees of Capricorn, plus the nodes, plus building up to the eclipses, y'all are feeling it. It is coming, and there's a breaking point in your life, and it is going to be the most liberating experience ever. And this is the time when Capricorn can finally be like, I'm free. But you're feeling it. There are going to be a lot of expectations from you because in so many ways, people really depend on you. And you guys have heard me talk about that over and over. People depend on the Capricorns because they know the Capricorns will be there, because the Capricorns don't bail on the people that they love. And you're going to feel the responsibility on your shoulder because you're kind of carrying this whole thing, right? You've got it on your back, literally. You're carrying this whole thing. And the rest of the zodiac is like, oh my God, what is happening, right? What is going on? And you got to kind of step up and be like, guys, like, we got this. And there's going to be a lot of agitation in the air at this time amongst everybody. There's going to be a lot of weirdness. It is Scorpio season. There's a lot of agitation anyway because it's a Mars-Pluto ruled sign. And the awakening that is going on within people is unlike anything we've ever seen before in this lifetime. So you are going to have a lot of requests for your time, a lot of requests for your knowledge, for your wisdom, for your truth. And it is going to be up to you to decide how you spend your time. Please do not try to do everything. It's not your job. It's not your job to carry other people. Okay? Even though you feel like it, it's not your job. I'm loving the sword energy for you guys. King of Swords, Ace of Swords, Page of Swords. It is all about keeping perspective. It is all about being sharp. And when you feel like you don't know what to do, Seven of Coins reversed, when you feel like stuff isn't adding up, Page of Swords is going to liberate you. Remember when I told you about being the student, reading books, educating, opening your mind? That will be your saving grace. Read as many books as you can. Don't just watch videos on YouTube. Open up the books. Spiritual philosophy, cultural philosophy, things like revolutionaries, philosophers, all sorts of stuff, so that you broaden your horizons, you broaden how you see life, because that's what makes life easier, is when you can see it from multiple different angles. That's what a Page of Swords is so good for. It's a Gemini quality, right? Like being able to attack things from anywhere and any side, using this up here to be logical about things that might not be logical otherwise. And here you have a true power of mind. Okay, remember, I'll hold this up one last time before we go. Being sure, being firm, the Lord of earthly power, going about things in a practical way, going about things in a go with the flow practical way, because that's all you can do. You can only attack things as they come, but you can always choose. In March is the time. March is the time for you to choose to liberate yourself in so all this other stuff that comes out is essentially can't touch you. Okay? But it's going to be a huge year for you guys. You're going to be pushed into your power, and you're going to feel that sense of empowerment just fill your soul, pumping through your veins, living, breathing your purpose. I mean, it's like, it's such an exciting time for my Capricorns. So I'm so excited for you. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you guys so much for being here. Talk to you soon. Bye.